For more than 200 years, our church has been blessed with the privilege of educating children, Catholic and non-Catholic alike. In that time, millions of parents have chosen to send their children to a Catholic school because they want for them a quality education, taught in a disciplined and Christ-centered environment, qualities they value, as we do, because they contribute to the formation of the entire person. By providing our young people with a sound education rooted in the gospel and in the teachings of the Catholic Church, we ensure that they have the foundation to live morally and compassionately in our complex modern world. This has been one of the Church's primary missions since the foundation of the Catholic educational system in our country, which was established by leaders like Mother Elizabeth Ann Seton, Mother Mary Lang.
St. Elizabeth Ann Seton was a pioneer for Catholic education here in Baltimore. She was born August 28, 1774, into a distinguished Episcopalian family. For a while after her husband's death, Elizabeth stayed in Italy, and there her strong natural piety was drawn to Catholicism. When she returned to New York, her family and friends protested the attraction Elizabeth had for the Church, but she persevered and made her profession of faith in Roman Catholicism on 14th of March, 1805. This left her isolated from her family. She obtained a teaching position, but the school failed financially amidst unkind rumors that she was using the school for proselytizing. She then opened a boarding home for boys attending a nearby school in New York. She welcomed a request from a Catholic Sulpician priest to open a school for girls in Baltimore. This allowed her to support her family, attend daily Mass, and receive communion, something which she had been exceptionally difficult to accomplish in New York City. The first Catholic school for girls on Paca Street in Baltimore began the ministry of a group of women dedicated to educating children and caring for the poor, and became the basis for a religious community. In 1809, the Sisters of Charity of St. Joseph's was officially founded by Elizabeth in the stone house at Emmitsburg. Miss Seton became known as Mother Seton. She and her first companions moved to Emmitsburg and adopted a modified form of the common rules of Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul. They expanded rapidly and founded orphanages, which also included schools. Elizabeth Ann Seton sadly died on the 4th of January, 1821. She is credited as a pioneer in Catholic education, but predates the parochial school system in the United States, which was launched by the First Plenary Council of Baltimore in 1852. Today, 6 orders of sisters trace their roots to her work. She was canonized in 1975.
Hi, I'm here with my mom, Nancy,
canonized saint of the
who
United
spent her
States.
K through 12 grade education in the Catholic school system, and she's going to give us a little talk today about what that was like for her. So can you start off by telling us what your experience with the Catholic school system was?
Yes, I'm very proud of my Catholic school education. I felt like it was not only a great academic environment, but they also reinforced my Christian values and morals that my parents raised me with. We had wonderful, small, nurturing classes. We went to church and celebrated holy days, not only in my family, but we were able to do it at school as well.
So tell me a little bit about what the religion aspect in the Catholic school was like compared to not having that in a public school per se.
Well, my experience was that we had the religion as a subject, which was really good, because I didn't have to go to CCD like some of my friends that went to public school. But not only did we have the subject, but we also had, we celebrated Mass, we celebrated holidays, we started each day with prayer as well as the Pledge of Allegiance. So again, it was just a very nurturing environment. I have friends that would speak about the public school, and they oftentimes would talk about how mean some of the kids could be, and it just didn't seem like a loving experience.
Okay. So lastly, I'm going to finish this up. Can you explain what you've noticed from me going through, like maybe if it hasn't changed, hasn't, or just overall how you feel about that?
I think again, what I love about the Catholic school is the nurturing environment and reinforcing the values that I try to raise you and your sister with. I believe you can't get enough extra people helping with your values and morals. And that's what I like the most. I think the academics have been fabulous. I have a unique experience of having both you go to public school in elementary school and your sister go to a public school in high school. And academically, I was very happy with the county we're in. I was very happy with the academics. But I didn't feel there was a nurturing environment. In fact, I felt like they almost went the opposite because they didn't want to insult anybody's elementary school and your sister go to a public school in high school. And academically, I was very happy with the county we're in. I was very happy with the academics. But I didn't feel there was a nurturing environment. In fact, I felt like they almost went the opposite because they didn't want to insult anybody's religious values.
Okay, thank you, Mom. Appreciate it. Hi, I'm here with Father Mike, who's going to talk about the purpose of the Catholic school system.
Overcoming many obstacles, Catholics in the United States over the last 2 centuries built the largest private school system in the world. At its height in 1965, the system was comprised of 13,500 schools serving 5.6 million students across primary and secondary levels. Tens of millions of Catholics, laity, priests, and consecrated religious have been trained in the schools, and their significance within American Catholicism and American history more generally can hardly be overstated. The mission of Catholic education originated in the evangelical mandate of Christ: go and teach all nations. The handling on of the faith from generation to generation is a part and parcel of the Christian imperative to evangelize, to spread the gospel message.
Exposure to prayer, learning what it is to be a good Christian, a good person, are important combinations. Even for those who aren't Catholic, there's still that Christian foundation or moral foundation that people get in the Catholic school that balances off the academic and the spiritual. And it certainly is the case in my experience growing up, going to Catholic school all my life. The academic and the spiritual, exposure to prayer, learning what it is to be a good Christian, a good person, through service projects, concern for the poor, and the sense of service that we are supposed to live in our lives, especially in the high school, of kind of teaching people those same sort of morals and values are part and parcel of being part of a Catholic school. And the history of the school system, really, in any part of the world, is kind of balancing out that holistic approach to the person. Academic, spiritual, morals and values to help make that person a well-rounded person. And
Overall, I feel like the Catholic